never be the way you are. Never give up on your dreams, that you will be that person you always wanted to be.
The reason why I'm laughing is today is National Smile Day. Yes, smile and spread a little joy. October 6th, I just found that out, that they had a Smile Day. And do you know that the man that invented that smile logo, I thought it was Forrest Gump. It wasn't. And if you don't know by now, you've tuned in to Smile and Spread a Little Joy. I am Deborah, the Smile Lady, your host. And today we're going to talk about a lot of issues. Issues that make you smile. Issues that make you get back your smile. You know, because sometimes we're in situations and we need to get that back, but we need to know how. But before we go on, for people who are looking at this for the first time, I want to break down the smile. I'm not just a buffoon that just runs around, hey, yes, sir, you know, is everything good? No, that's not what this smile is about. I want you to get that right, because a lot of people come up to me, I thought you the Smile Lady, why ain't you tap dancing and smiling? No, you ain't gonna see that from me. Put that on your calendar. You should be smiling every day, but this is the day is set aside for you to watch comedies, make somebody smile. You just share that smile, your gift, whatever. It's almost like your birthday. National Smile Day should be your separate birthday. And if you haven't figured it out right now, you're tuned in to Smile and Spread a Little Joy. Smile and Joy is an acronym, and we're gonna break that down. All right? And S is for support, M is for motivate, I is for invest, L is for love, and E is for educate, and that's the smile. No, just because I'm the Smile Lady doesn't mean everything is funny. Smile is you sharing your gift and your purpose. What are you smiling about? What were you born to smile about? What is it that you love to do so much you would do it even if you didn't get paid? And I assure you, just like one of the producers that's behind the camera now, he is working his smile. He teaches, he works with, you know, young people. He wants you to find that sound within. In other words, that is a smile. What is that sound within you? What was your first sound? Everybody has a different way of smiling. Don't get it twisted. I don't want you to be like me. As a matter of fact, I don't think I could hang around you if you were like me. You know, you have to really work your own personal smile. And where we get it twisted, we try to be like somebody else. So anyway, without any further ado, I have Sonia Moss, known as Lady O, known as the thorn in my side. Oh, no, I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
And let's go there. We may as well get you on there.
No. Let's not go there.
Go there. Let's go there.
Okay, let's go there.
Go there. Who are you?
I'm Sonia.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I'm her little sister.
Yes.
At times.
At times.
We have like divorce at times where we don't speak for a while, but we do care about each other.
Family.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we do care about each other. We met each other through our children.
Exactly. And that, I think that's a good way to meet.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
You know, our children are my youngest and your only met, they were seniors in at Muir, John Muir High School. I know I wanted you on the show because I know we do movie reviews. Yes. I do want to come up and talk about a play, but we're touching on a subject that I deal with the youth, we deal with as adults. A lot of people don't like to talk about it, and it's narcissism, right? Yes. And I want to know why you were really passionate about this subject. I was too, but I know you brought this up
It was interesting to me because you don't recognize the signs of somebody who has these characteristics. And the definition of it is they just admire themselves. They admire their physical abilities, their mental abilities, and they just think they're fantastic. And they will brag on and on about themselves.
So what are some of the traits? We may not be able to cover all of them, but hopefully we will, because I believe this is a very important topic. We need to teach our children, because there's narcissistic parents, narcissistic girlfriends, guy friends, and with this technology, narcissism is showing up at a younger and younger age, like 10, 11, 12 years old. It's very important to recognize these signs because it slips into being a psychopath. It slips in, there's 4 different categories of narcissism, and we need to recognize it in ourselves, and we need to recognize it in our children. Okay? So what are some of the signs there that you kind of pick up? Because I know we've been taking notes.
Yes. Well, one of the major signs is it's about their self-love. They might try to draw you in to their world, even though at first it looks all good.
Come on, look at me. Yeah.
It looks all good. You'd say, oh, well, all the check marks that I had in mind are being met. But they'll tell you they like things, even though they don't like them at first, just to draw you closer to what they want. And then all of a sudden, you know, like, I love salsa and chips. However, they might not like it, but they're going to go along for it for a while, and then all of a sudden, I don't want no salsa and chips. I don't even like that stuff. And you go, they flip on you. All of a sudden, they don't like salsa and chip, but they've been eating it all this time. But that was just a tactic to draw you in.
You know what? That's a good one. They start out, the way you start a relationship, people, is the way you should finish it. And when you get a narcissist, that's different. They just do that to hook you in.
Yeah.
Now, we went to part 1. Part 1, we're going to recap that, where Sonia said, at first, they do everything in their power. This is the narcissist. To woo you, to capture you, to draw you in. And then, bam. Okay, Sonia, what is number 2?
Well, you're thinking, this is too good to be true.
Exactly.
And for real, it is too
good to be true.
It's like you're meeting a representative of this person. The representative has the best manners, opening doors, taking you out to dinner, and paying for things.
Oh, yeah.
And then, all of a sudden, it's different. It switches up. And you're like, what happened to that person I first met? It was all fake.
So that's number 2 is what?
Too good to be true.
Okay, got you. Now, the next step is?
Well, I would say the next thing would be you are thinking to yourself, maybe, this isn't what I thought it was going to be.
They disappear, huh?
Yeah. Oh, they become unaccountable. There was one evening I was out with this guy, and, you know, I had a drink. I was comfortable. And then I looked around. He wasn't around anywhere. So I even stepped outside of the club. I didn't see him anywhere outside. So I went back in for my safety. I said, well, maybe he went to the restroom. He came back and told me he went to another club that was down the street.
That's a narcissist.
Yes.
That's a classic.
Yes.
They disappear on you.
Yes.
Sometimes they don't call. Then they have, you know, these excuses or whatever.
Right.
Watch the signs, people.
Yes.
Watch the signs. I'm telling you. Okay.
Now here's another thing. They don't have a lot of people around them. Because really, other people have found out they don't even want to be around them.
Right.
That's what it comes down to. You're their new best friend. You're the best thing that's happened to them in their life for that moment. But then they may get you in public and start putting you down, even though when you're in private, so that they can get what they want, they're very comforting and accommodating. But see, they want you to compete for their attention.
It's all about them.
It is all about them.
They get a rush off of that.
Yes.
These people clamoring over them.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And so, what is maybe a next sign? The next sign, because
let's see. They always have these backstories about how they did things. Some of them may be true. Some of them may not be true. But their motive is to find out how far you're willing to go with them. If you're going along with the story and you're laughing and everything's good, they say, oh, shoot, I can take her with this story. and I can do something else. You know, like I saw something on a judge show today where this guy, he said he was doing the ultimate fantasy that he wanted a threesome. However, one of the girls didn't want to participate that he thought was going to. Then what happened was the dog bit the man. So that's why they were in court, because he had to go to, yeah.
The dog?
The dog. Her dog.
Arf, arf, dog.
Dog bit the man. So he was trying to get what he wanted. However, the lady changed her mind, and then the dog stood up for the person. He was protecting his owner. So you have to be very careful because, like I said, the representative is there. They might be there for a period of time, but you're going to see something that flips, and when that flip happens, you need to go.
And you know what I think that's called right now? That's called grooming. You know, narcissists groom you like a pedophile grooms the children to get close to them, to win them over. And right there is really an insecurity about what they didn't get when they were younger.
Exactly.
And what she's talking about, he has to keep a supply. They have to have 4 or 5 women or whatever around at all times in case you decide to dump them. They have this other supply ready to say, hey, I want you to know you ain't the only one. It's about me. You know what? So that does sound like a little grooming there. They're grooming you and and if you take all of that, you get what you deserve, right?
Exactly.
Because there is no cure. There is no cure, people. There's no cure for narcissism. And if a narcissist is looking at this right now, they're not going to recognize the traits because they're in denial. They're always in denial about that. Do you know that the original, Google this, the narcissistic term comes from a man that was so in love with himself, he sat there and stared and stared and stared and stared at himself. He was so beautiful and so that he died. Didn't eat, didn't sleep, nothing. Died looking at himself because he was so into himself. That reminds me of somebody that just recently died, but I'm not saying nothing about that. But anyway, because too many people love him. But anyway, that reminds me of this person.
Another thing that's very, very well done with these people is they isolate you from everybody else.
Yes. And
family and friends.
Yes.
They don't want you around because you get to discussing what is going on in your life.
Right, right.
And they want to control everything going on in your world. So they don't want you to be around family and friends. And they will start, if you say, well, I think I'll go to the movies with my girlfriend. Well, then it becomes, well, you must be out there flirting with somebody because you're not here with me.
Doing just what they're doing.
Yes.
See, so that's one thing. They got that much sense.
Yes.
They have that much sense. And so people, are you the type of friend that you want to attract? I don't know if you're a narcissist. Did some of these traits kind of make you say, ouch? You know, girls, are you dating somebody? For what reason? What reason? We're going to be right back, and you know, we're going to finish off with the rest of this because there's a lot deeper issues here with this narcissism, and especially since it's affecting our children and what's going on in the world today with our current POTUS 45, I believe all these traits. I'm not even, you ain't heard that from me. But let you put 2 and 2 together on who fits this pattern. Woo you in, promise you the world. Then once you get them elected, then oops, what? And then say they like this and say they like that, and then oops. You know what? So far, it sounds like somebody we all know.
Well, another big characteristic is they don't have any feelings for anybody else.
Hold it on that one. We're going to be right back. Now this is getting heated. Now, we're talking about narcissist. You may know one, you may be one, you know? You may be raising some little narcissist. Don't be in denial because that's your lovely, cute little child that they can't be narcissists. Because of this technology, you need to look up the term age compression. You need to look up the term narcissist. with all these selfies and into selfish. That's what a narcissist is. Don't buy into that. We still have to parent, even though we have this technology. Don't get caught up in this.
One more thing. Another word for it might be toxic person.
Yes.
If you don't remember those terms, maybe you'll remember toxic person.
Yes.
And toxic is something that you definitely want to stay away from.
Right. And just before that break we went to, we were talking about the narcissist and that point you were on right then.
Empathy.
Empathy, yes.
They have no compassion for other people. They're more like props to them.
Yes.
Than they are humans with feelings.
Exactly.
Their feelings are the major concern in their world.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just part of it. And they want you to feel like you're glad to be part of their world.
Oh, yeah, it's a privilege.
Oh, yes, it's an honor.
It's an honor to even go to the movies.
Oh, my God.
With me. You know, you're here. Isn't that enough? I just went to the movies with you. Isn't that enough? All about them. And even if it's your birthday,
that don't mean nothing.
It's going to be about them.
Yes. It's all about them, for real.
So I know there's other terms too, right? Other points?
Well, there are a lot of points because you're going to see it. You could also say they're controlling people.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
They want everything. Everything is built around what they want. Mm-hmm. Just like I gave the example of, oh, we're eating salsa together, and all of a sudden they flip and say, I don't like salsa. I ain't never liked salsa. But they've been eating salsa all along. But that was just to
groom you.
Mm-hmm. To be with them. So it looked like you guys got a lot in common. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So while you're thinking you got a lot in common, he might have a lot common somewhere else.
Exactly, telling everybody the same thing.
Right.
Everybody. I know how to say everybody. He's saying the same thing too. He probably going down the list. I love you, baby. Then the next one, that's why they say baby. You better start saying, say my name, say my name. Right. Because he got so many, he can't even, I forgot her name. Okay, baby. If you get too many baby and honey, and you haven't heard your name in a while, you better put them little antennas up. And this is wisdom. There's too much out here.
Yeah,
you know.
And don't think that they can't be replaced.
Oh.
They want you to think that, why would you want to miss out on being with me?
Oh. Wait a minute, let me hold up my little happy cup. My happy cup. That's what I do right now. Oh. You know what? I gotta admit, people. I got caught up in that and still dealing with it. But guess what the funny part is? I learned how to play the game. And like in Color Purple, everything you did to me, I'm doing to you.
But the bad part about it is...
What?
You're still up in his world.
Okay, yes. But they're so crazy. They are crazy. That is a condition.
Well, it's a mental condition for real.
And the thing about it is, once you kind of know the rules of the game, you don't go playing chess on a Chinese checkerboard. Once I know the rules, I can whip it back on them so quick. But I'm here to admit, sometimes you get kind of caught up. But when you didn't know is when you were hurt and worried. But once you find out and you know the game you're playing, I'm playing chess. I ain't playing no Chinese checkers. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they get caught. But the best way to do it, though, that is dangerous territory, is just cut it off.
Cut it
cold
off.
turkey. It ain't no...
It's a bad habit.
Yes, it's a habit.
You don't want to pick
drugs.
it up.
It's like drugs.
Just let it go.
Let it go.
There's something... You will never know what you're missing out on if you stay in that relationship.
Right, because there's somebody good. There could be a king or a queen for you.
Furthermore, you might find out you like yourself.
Oh, and they don't want you to find that out.
No, they don't want you to like that.
Oh, see?
So see,
that was the most important statement. You got some sense.
I got a whole bunch. Just watch me.
You got some sense.
I've learned.
Yes.
I have learned. It helped me grow up. It helped me decide on what was I going to accept from a man and what I was not.
Yes, and you are a queen. You know what? That brings me to this. Let me just bring in this, and I'm going to talk more about it after the break. I just went to see at Azusa Pacific University, the Department of Theater Arts, and one of our local, Pasadena, she writes for the Journal for the last 5 years, Chelsea Johnson, is starring in the Woods. Now, this is a very interesting take on some fairy tales, and it brings out the narcissism. It brings out relationships and families, and it is really, really a good piece to go see. It'll be running through the 15th, not the 15th, what is it, October 5th through, October 15th at Azusa Pacific. Now, I know this may be after that, but I just wanted to give props to Chelsea Johnson, her mother Kathy Johnson, sister Brittany, and father Michael. They supported her. And Into the Woods.
Okay.
You need to go see that, about narcissists.
Something you can see on TV that I thought was really good, and you mentioned it earlier today. The Good Doctor?
Good Doctor, yes.
You should see that. You don't have to go nowhere to see it. You can see it at Channel 7, I believe.
Monday,
Channel 7. I don't remember what time, but yeah, check that out. Because this guy has autism. And he is a doctor. And he's found prejudice in being a doctor because he is.
Well, you know what? We're back. I am having so much fun. This is the most fun I've had with her in a long time. I know. And I know you're going to be saying, why does she keep on eating in between this scene? And she just so, I don't even think she thinks she have. Well, Sonia, my baby sister here, also is a food, and it's lunch date catering. And what happens is I get to rushing around and don't get to eat, and it's so good. I want to eat it while it's hot, and plus I'm testing it to make sure it's good for my guests. Well, anyway, she made some bomb chili with some, what are the name of those bars you had? That sweetness?
The Neiman Marcus bars.
Neiman Marcus bars. And what are these little things right here, these little triangle things?
Those are cornbread crisp.
Cornbread crisp. And then you have all this other stuff that goes in it, and this is turkey.
Yeah, it's ground turkey. Yeah, I made a chili.
Only thing that would make it better is if we had the Blue Diamond almond crackers. Oh my goodness, those are really good. Gluten
We'll
free.
get those next time.
Gluten free.
We'll go gluten free next time.
I do just with the cracker. No, you don't have to cook for. You know, I can kind of do that, and I use my little stevia for the sugar, but just for a little bit, but. Excellent, y'all. No, we won't. Excellent.
No, we're going to talk about The Good Doctor.
Good Doctor. That's it.
Yeah, The Good Doctor. It was a very good show because with the issue with autism, they call it a spectrum. It's a spectrum because
Asperger's and this, all the different phases.
There's different
functional.
There's different flavors of autism, and some of them are brilliant on one side, but the social side, they could really get taken advantage of. The Good Doctor show showed one person distilling his ideas, taking credit for them. The other one was he was too blunt instead of being politically correct about how he spoke to the patients. So it was a very good show. I'll be tuning in for the rest of the season. I don't know how long it's going to be, but I enjoyed it very much. And it also gave you some medical history, but it also showed a prejudice of him being autism, that they didn't think he had the skills, even though.
Because you saw the first episode, right?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay,
yes. He had the skills. He had made it to, yes, I am a doctor, but when he got to the hospital, people didn't recognize his skill level. They didn't want to accept his skill level. They thought maybe he should do minor tasks instead of surgery.
Right.
Even though he was capable and his mind was showing him exactly what was going on in a person's body. And at the end, he also saved somebody.
Exactly.
Because he had such the feeling that this person is going to die if I don't step up.
But you know what I love the scene, since we are watching this together? The very first part of the show, which was the setup, it was when they were in the room doing the surgery, and the head surgeon put him down in front of everybody.
Yeah.
And he said, you know what, you're awfully rude. Do you think that makes you a better person, in so many words, to put me down in front of all of these people? He says, I like being here because I love your brilliance. But you, that's ugly. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So this last one that you saw Monday, because I missed that one, what was that one about?
Well, there was a couple of incidents. Like I said, he had an idea how to save a patient. However, they didn't want to trust his idea because it came from him. Mm-hmm. And he shared it with some of his colleagues. But then when the colleagues got with the head doctor, he suggested we do it. So he stole his idea and then was very surprised that it actually worked when they were doing the surgery. So it was, you know, they never gave him credit. Mm-hmm. Because it was his idea.
Even when it ended, the show ended?
Yeah.
But you know what?
Saved it.
Maybe this is the narcissistic part in me. That happens to me all the time. They will scratch a program, then reinvent it like it was their idea, and say, oh, this works. Or not say, you know what, this is a very good idea, SMILELaDy. We're going to incorporate this. I believe partnerships will work. And if you complain about, wait a minute, you took my idea, this is just renamed, is what I did. They are so afraid that their job may be lost because it wasn't their idea. They should have thought about it a long time ago.
Well, words of wisdom on that?
Don't tell nobody.
No.
Oh, what?
Get everybody's input so we can all have a positive outcome. Mm-hmm. So everybody can be a part of it and everybody is participating, and it just runs smoother if everybody's involved.
Okay.
Even though it was your idea?
I got to say this. Let me just do the current administration, Obama's idea.
Okay.
And it's working. And because Obama's name is on it, got everybody involved. Oh, I don't like Obama, so everything with his name on it and he done is out.
But it's still in.
Hello?
It didn't go anywhere.
But that's the thing I'm talking about.
Yes.
When it's implemented, everybody was involved. But when the person comes in that don't like you, even if it worked for everybody else, they'll scratch it. So yes, you're right. If it's something new that you're bringing in right now and everybody's involved and let's work this.
Right.
But then why take it away if it is working? To come up here, I'm going to give my words of wisdom here. And this one, I had to write it down because this flower was given to me at Pacific Oaks Open House. And it says, when a flower doesn't bloom, you fix the environment in which it grows, not the flower. So what environment are you growing in? What toxic things are you allowing in there, right? You're a perfectly good flower. Don't let that little poison and that insecticide kill you off. And that's Alexander Den Heifer. Right, so thanks, Susanna Scanlon, for sending that in as a positive quote. What words of wisdom do you have?
Well, going along with the flower, sometimes the flower can make it on its own without anybody's help. It just needs the attention of itself to grow. It's nature.
Mm-hmm. Well, it needed rain, it needed manure, it needed sunshine.
But all was provided by nature.
Okay, that's it. That's the environment.
Yeah, that's the environment.
And you know what? Bloom where you are planted.
There you go.
Bloom where you are planted. So thank you for smiling, and we'll see you next time.